Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Here for the retro review of the NWA Starrcade 1983. We're doing it in segments. We've been breaking it down anywhere from 10 minutes to 25 minutes, depending on the matchup. We've seen a lot of great stars. Right now, in the ring, it's Jack and Jerry Briscoe with the NWA World Tag Team Championships against Jay Youngblood and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which leads us into a Flair for the gold. It'll be Ric Flair and the defending NWA champion Harley Race in a steel cage. We just left Rowdy Roddy Piper and Greg the Hammer Valentine for the U.S. title in a, what you would want to call especially with what we have coming up in AEW, a dog collar steel chain match from 1983 in Starrcade, which alludes to what's going to happen in AEW with CM Punk and MJF. So you're here live to tape from Chaos Corner in the executive conference room for the Retro Review Watch Along. Follow me on all social media platforms at Big Daddy GOC on Twitter. Hit the profile link. That'll knock you over to the mothership here on the YouTube channel. Of course, the Guardian of Chaos on Instagram. My boys Jay Brony and Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian on Facebook. Follow me on Gab, Rumble, Gitter, Parlor, the IWC. We cover it all with Chaos Corner. And I'll say that to say this. We're coming up on almost 1,000 videos downloaded, uploaded, whatever you want to say on the channel. Almost 100 episodes of the Chaos Corner show. So sit back right now, enjoy. Go back and check out the previous segments. Retro Review 1983 Starrcade. The one that started it all before WrestleMania. I'll say that to say this. Hey, but listen, we're leaving all the other social media platforms. Meet me back here on YouTube. Don't you dare miss it. All right, fans. King Kong Angelo Mosca. That's right. King Kong Angelo Mosca is the special guest referee for the NWA Tag Team titles. It's Jack and Jerry Briscoe, perhaps two of the best. The Briscoes, not to be confused with them boys, Jay and Mark Briscoe of 2022, the Briscoes. Against Jay Youngblood, Ricky Steamboat. Starrcade 83 from Greensboro. 18,000 fans. We've seen an incredible night already if you go back and check out the segments. Instead of doing a 3 or 4 hour watch along, we do it live to tape. No one else in the IWC does it like I do. Unique, unscripted, unedited, one-man show. Beautiful deep arm drag by Ricky Steamboat on Briscoe. On the announce table, it's Gordon Soley and Bob Cottle with Tony Schiavone backstage. And of course, I'm on the broadcast now too. What do you think of these watch-alongs? I'm really starting to like them. I got the boy Emilio right here on my lap at almost, 15, 20 pounds. Maine Coon, he's large. He's a good boy, though. My partner in crime. Briscoe right now hammering on Ricky Steamboat in the corner. Again, remember the time, 1983, we're in 2022. Listen to the crowd, listen to the reactions, simple grappling techniques. Whatever they did, they sold. The crowd reacted. The crowd was into it. I've spent all morning into the afternoon reviewing these, so I hope you guys appreciate it because I'm having a lot of fun doing it. The big NWA insignia on the ring apron. Blood all over it from the previous matches of Abdullah the Butcher and Carlos Colon, and of course Valentine and Piper in the dog collar match. And I wonder how that translates to coming up in AEW in current day and age when we got that dog collar match between MJF and CM Punk coming up. Nice reversal by Briscoe. Steamboat in tremendous shape. And one thing I noticed too, and throughout the history of my research and going back, considering myself a student of the game, the Briscoes very underrated and overlooked as singles competitors and a tag team. Again, I've said it in all the previous episodes, I could listen to Gordon Soley and Bob Cottle and all those ilk, Lance Russell, even Crockett, even Vince McMahon Jr. back in the day, Gorilla Jesse, Bobby Heenan. I mean, it just doesn't get much better when it comes to announcers compared to today. I mean, it really doesn't. Good old JR, of course. Yeah, earlier this morning when I started this around 10 a.m. maybe, now it's around 2 p.m. I went from the Red Bull to the coffee. And of course, the omnipresent water. Stay hydrated, my friends. Stay hydrated, my fans, my followers, my faithful. Jay Youngblood was in pretty decent shape himself back then. You remember the Youngbloods, Jay Youngblood and Mark Youngblood was on earlier in the card here. Go back and check these out. A lot of different stars on here. Again, this was a 3.5-hour live event. I mean, you had everybody from the Assassins to Jimmy Valiant to Bugsy McGraw to Kevin Sullivan. A lot of different, stars on this event. Managers like Gary Hart and Paul Jones. And the great Kabuki was on here. Steamboat off the top rope with the martial arts chop as Youngblood was holding on to Jerry Briscoe. Winds him up. Beautiful tag team work. Youngblood and Steamboat were awesome as a tag team back in the 80s. And here's Youngblood off the top rope. Steamboat has Briscoe in the arm wringer. Winds it up. Beautiful. Cutting off the ring. Now Youngblood hitting Jerry Briscoe outside the ring. Pillar to post right now, Youngblood and Jerry Briscoe. Here's the tag, Steamboat again. And already in the first 5 minutes here of watching this, I've seen about 5 tags by Steamboat and Youngblood. Here it is. Here's the Briscoes now. Now this is Tag Team 101. That did the unorthodox southpaws of Jerry and Jack Briscoe. Oklahoma, born and bred.
Jack Briscoe just 2 years ahead of his military in high school and in college. By the way, they were both 4 lettermen in high school and gone on to Oklahoma State University.
Oklahoma State, both 4 lettermen in all 4 sports.
Indeed, a tremendous tag team combination. I may not agree with their philosophy.
Jerry, Jack is 2 years older than Jerry Briscoe, if I'm not mistaken, according to what Gordon Soley said in my research. In my research, give me 8 out of 10. It's not bad. That's about 8 out of 10 is good. King Kong Mosca, the legendary Angelo King Kong Mosca, is the special guest referee. If you remember, in Starrcade '83, was involved earlier in breaking up an assault by Maniac Mark Lewin and Kevin Sullivan. Look at the agility between Steamboat and Briscoe. Nice double underhook. Gordon Soley with the suplex. Let me tell you something again. I'm going to say it. You know the collegiate and the high school background of Jack and Jerry Briscoe. But even looking here in their professional career, and a lot of today's fans don't know it, you have to go back. You either watch me on the Retro Review, or you go back and you check it out for yourself on the network or on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They were nimble, agile, had stamina, ring work, maybe physically not in built the best, like they're hitting the gym, but the Briscoes were really, if you look back at it, how tremendous. Well, Emilio, where are you going? The boy just jumped off. It's 20 less pounds on my, they say the camera puts 10 pounds. It would definitely put 20 on me. Beautiful hip toss. And held on to it, and now lock him up into a leg lock by Jack Briscoe. Talk about, you talk about Mil Mascaras, Dean Malenko, different people that were known for their technical